The biggest two-dimensional painting I've done is this painting. It's comes from Bach's Orchestral Suite No.III in D. This is the first movement, which has a small fugal inset in the movement, and this is essentially I painted the fugue. I kind of like to get something like this on the side of a building or whatever. I think it'd be rather striking. This piece was I was motivated to do this piece based upon a story that I once heard about Felix Mendelssohn, who was the second person to revive Bach, who dug furiously in music history, trying to find unknown works of Bach. And he confronted a friend of his one day because he discovered this piece by accident, the Orchestral Suite No.III. And he confronted a friend, Johann Goethe, who is a German novelist and playwright. And this entire piece is essentially the very first time that both these men sat down and played this piece, and Goethe heard it for the first time. His shadow is here, and Felix Mendelssohn's shadow is there because he's playing the harpsichord. And I included harpsichord strings on it, on that end, and it's in the key of D, so it's yellow. I included a lot of overtones of the key of D in order to make it a little more blue, because that complements the yellow. And this piece is roughly 12 feet long. It must have been pretty amazing to hear a piece of music that had been obscure for 100 years and nobody ever heard before. And all of a sudden these two men hear it for the first time, and now practically everybody hears it. It's recorded a lot because it's an amazing piece. The fugue movement of this is pretty intense. There's one particular version of it that I like. It was performed by the Berlin Philharmonic. Nobody knows Bach better than Germans do. And this particular version, like a well-tempered synthesizer in the Brandenburg Concerto, the conductor was able to make every part of this part of the movement pronounced. There was nothing that evades you, nothing disappears. It's all right there in your face, and you hear every single part of the music when you hear this movement.